There are moments in history when the fate of an entire nation rests on the decision of a single person. Not a king, not a warrior, not a prophet. Just one ordinary individual standing at the crossroads between fear and faith. Among all the stories recorded in the Bible, few are as unexpected as the story of Rahab. She was not born into Israel.
She did not grow up knowing God's commandments. She was not considered righteous by the people around her.
In fact, she was known for a life that made many believe God would never choose someone like her.
And yet, through one dangerous decision and one carefully spoken lie, she changed the course of history forever.
But was she praised because she lied? Or because she chose faith over fear? To understand the answer, we must travel back more than 3,000 years to one of the oldest cities on earth. That city was Jericho. Jericho stood like an unbreakable fortress in the land of Canaan. Massive walls surrounded it, making enemies believe it could never fall. Kings feared it. Travelers admired it. Soldiers trusted its defenses. Inside those walls lived Rahab.
The Bible introduces her with only a few words, but those words shaped how generations remembered her. She was a prostitute.
For many readers, the story almost ends there. But God often begins his greatest stories where people expect them to end.
While Jericho trusted its walls, rumors were spreading throughout the city. The Israelites were coming. This was no ordinary nation. People whispered about impossible events.
A sea that had opened before them. Pharaoh's mighty army swallowed by the waves. Powerful kings defeated in battle. A mysterious God who fought for his people.
Fear spread faster than any army. Even before Israel arrived, Jericho had already begun to lose the battle inside its own heart. One evening, 2 Israelite spies quietly entered the city. Their mission was simple: study Jericho, find weaknesses, return with information. But someone noticed them. Word quickly reached the king. The Israelite spies have entered the city tonight. The king acted immediately. Search parties spread through the streets.
There was only one place the spies could hide: Rahab's house. Her home was built directly into the city wall, making it an ideal hiding place for travelers.
She welcomed the 2 strangers. Within moments, soldiers were pounding on her door. The king's command was clear: bring out the men who came to you.
At that moment, Rahab faced an impossible choice: tell the truth or protect the strangers. If she told the truth, she would remain loyal to her king.
If she hid them, she would become a traitor to her own people. The consequences were terrifying: execution, public disgrace, the destruction of everything she had ever known. She made her decision instantly. Before opening the door, Rahab had already hidden the 2 spies beneath bundles of flax drying on her rooftop.
When the soldiers demanded answers, she calmly replied, "Yes, the men came to me, but I did not know where they were from. They left at dusk, just before the city gate closed. If you hurry, you may catch them." It was not true. The soldiers believed her. Without searching the roof, they rushed out of the city in pursuit of men who had never gone that way.
The city gates slammed shut behind them. The spies remained hidden. One lie had just saved 2 lives. But something even greater was happening. After the soldiers disappeared, Rahab climbed to the rooftop. There she spoke words that revealed what had been happening inside her heart.
"I know that the Lord has given this land to you." Notice what she did not say. She did not say, "I hope." She did not say, "Maybe." She said, "I know." How? Because she had listened.
She had heard about the Red Sea. She had heard about Egypt. She had heard how God had protected Israel again and again. While many dismissed those stories, Rahab believed them. She confessed something remarkable. "We have heard how the Lord dried up the water of the Red Sea for you, and when we heard it, our hearts melted in fear."
Then came one of the greatest declarations of faith spoken by someone outside Israel. "The Lord your God is God in heaven above and on the earth below." This was extraordinary. She had grown up surrounded by the gods of Canaan, yet she chose to believe in the God she had never seen.
Faith changed everything. Rahab then made a request. "I have shown kindness to you. Please swear that you will show kindness to my family when your people come."
The spies agreed. They gave her one instruction: tie a scarlet cord in your window. Gather your entire family inside your house. Stay there. Anyone inside would be spared. Anyone outside would face the coming judgment.
The scarlet cord hung from Rahab's window like a silent promise.
Days later, Israel arrived. The people of Jericho watched as something unbelievable happened. Instead of attacking immediately, the Israelites marched around the city once. Then they left. The next day they did the same. Again and again. For 6 days. The people inside the city must have wondered what kind of army fought like this.
On the 7th day, everything changed. The Israelites marched around the city 7 times. Then the priests blew their trumpets. Joshua gave one command: shout. Thousands of voices echoed across the valley. The ground trembled. The mighty walls of Jericho collapsed. The fortress that everyone believed could never fall was reduced to rubble.
Except for one place, Rahab's house. The scarlet cord still hung from the window. The spies entered exactly as they had promised. Rahab, her father, her mother, her brothers,
her sisters. Everyone inside was rescued. One family survived while an entire city fell.
Rahab left the ruins behind and joined the people of Israel.
But her story did not end with survival. It had only just begun. She married a man named Salmon. Together, they had a son named Boaz.
Boaz would one day marry Ruth. Their family line continued through Obed, then Jesse, then King David. Generation after generation passed. Nearly 1,000 years later, another child was born into that same family line. His name was Jesus. Think about that for a moment. A woman from Jericho, a former prostitute, a foreigner, a woman remembered for deceiving soldiers, became one of the ancestors of the Messiah himself. Only God writes stories like that.
Yet one question still troubles many readers. Did God approve of Rahab's lie?
The Bible never says that lying became good. Throughout Scripture, truth is consistently honored. But when the New Testament remembers Rahab, it never praises her deception.
Instead, it praises her faith. Hebrews 11, often called the Hall of Faith, says that Rahab was saved because she welcomed the spies in faith.
James chapter 2 points to her actions as evidence that genuine faith produces courageous obedience. The focus is never the lie itself. The focus is the heart that trusted God when everyone else trusted walls. Rahab acted with limited understanding in an impossible situation. She was not celebrated for speaking false words. She was remembered because she believed the true God. Her faith changed her future. Her courage saved her family. Her obedience placed her forever in the greatest story ever told.
There is another powerful symbol hidden in this story: the scarlet cord. Throughout history, many Christians have seen it as a reminder of redemption.
Just as those inside Rahab's house were protected by the scarlet cord, believers are protected through the sacrifice of Christ. The color points forward to the blood that would one day be shed for the salvation of the world. Whether intentional or symbolic, the picture is impossible to ignore. Judgment fell. Mercy remained, not because of perfect people, but because of faith. Rahab's story reminds us that God is not searching for flawless people. He is searching for willing hearts. The world saw a woman with a broken past. God saw the grandmother of kings. The city saw a prostitute. Heaven saw a woman of faith. History remembered the walls of Jericho. God remembered the scarlet cord hanging from a single window. Sometimes one decision changes a life. Sometimes it changes a family. And sometimes, as Rahab discovered, one act of courageous faith can change the future of an entire nation.